For centuries, European minds looked backward, focusing on the ruins and philosophies of ancient Greece and Rome. Then that gaze began to shift. In 1829, Victor Hugo observed that the era of Hellenism had closed. The new intellectual obsession was the East. By 1838, the French Academy officially added the word Orientalism to its dictionary. It was defined as the academic study of Eastern languages, histories, and religions. This framework dictated the terms of Europe's engagement with the East for the next century. In 1978, a Palestinian-American scholar named Edward Said challenged the supposed neutrality of that academic gaze. Said argued that Western scholarship had abandoned objective observation in favor of fictional, preconceived notions. By categorizing the East as a negative other, Western academia used these studies to define and elevate its own identity. Said's analysis suggests the discipline functioned as a mechanism for manufacturing a fictional East. This academic fiction found its most widespread expression in the 19th century visual arts. Painters prioritized specific, repetitive themes: slave markets, coffee houses, and the private interiors of harems and baths. By applying precise academic rules and photographic references, these artists gave their fictional scenes a persuasive sense of documentary truth. They consistently reduced the Eastern woman to a passive, mysterious figure, existing solely for the viewer's gaze. The hyper-realistic technique masked a deeper truth. These artists were painting a theater set, detached from the reality of Eastern life. Actual historical records provide a different account, particularly the journals of Lady Mary Wortley Montagu. Montagu described the home of Fatma Hanoum as a vibrant and respected environment, filled with music, games, and 20 concubines playing instruments. The magnificence she witnessed was so profound that she compared the experience to living in Muhammad's heaven. However, the European art market favored the passive cliché over Montagu's documented reality because the cliché was more profitable. By replacing vibrant societies with a submissive fantasy, Orientalist art provided a version of the East that was easier to dominate. The persistence of this fictional East raises a critical question. Why was this specific illusion so necessary for Europe? The artistic fantasy and military reality converged in 1798 during Napoleon's invasion of Egypt. This campaign aimed to disrupt English influence in the Mediterranean and secure French control over trade routes to the Far East. Said concluded that these intellectual frameworks represented a physical trial of strength by European powers over the East. The academic pen and the painter's brush worked to justify the path of the military sword. This power dynamic extended to the physical extraction of culture. Painters depicted local vendors selling ancient artifacts in the dirt, as if they were common curiosities. Those same artifacts eventually became the centerpieces of Western imperial museums, fetching thousands of dollars at global auctions. In 1981, Turkish intellectual Cemil Meriç provided a definitive evaluation of this process. When Edward Said's work reached Turkey, Meriç added a subtitle that captured the phenomenon: "The Reconnaissance Arm of Colonialism." An Orientalist painting reveals the deepest desires and strategic justifications of Western imperialism.